James Jebusa Shannon was an eminent portrait painter of the late 19th and early 20th centuries, celebrated for his artistic skill and ability to capture the character and essence of his sitters. Born on February 3, 1862, in Auburn, New York, Shannon spent his formative years in the United States before his family relocated to Canada. This move marked the beginning of a journey that would eventually lead him to England, where he would gain renown as one of the most sought-after portrait painters of his era. Shannon exhibited an artistic inclination from a young age, and his talent was nurtured by his family, who recognized his potential. At the age of 16, he moved to London to study at the South Kensington School of Art, now known as the Royal College of Art. This institution provided him with a solid foundation in traditional art techniques, emphasizing rigorous training in drawing and painting. His dedication to mastering the craft quickly became apparent, and he excelled as a student, earning accolades for his technical proficiency and creative approach. During this period, the Victorian art scene was flourishing, with an emphasis on realism and attention to detail. These influences shaped Shannon's artistic style, but his works also hinted at a more modern sensibility, which would later become a defining characteristic of his career. Shannon's professional debut was marked by rapid success. In 1881, at the age of 19, he exhibited his first work at the prestigious Royal Academy in London. This achievement positioned him within the competitive art world and brought his talent to the attention of influential patrons. His early works demonstrated a mastery of form, composition, and the subtle interplay of light and shadow, qualities that became hallmarks of his portraits. In the following years, Shannon continued to build his reputation, particularly among the upper echelons of British society. By the late 1880s, he had become a favourite of the aristocracy, painting portraits that exuded elegance and sophistication. His ability to depict the textures of fine fabrics, the sheen of jewellery, and the individuality of his sitters made him a celebrated figure in the art world. Shannon's style was rooted in the traditions of the old masters, but he also drew inspiration from contemporary movements. His portraits often blended realism with a soft, painterly quality, creating works that were both lifelike and imbued with a sense of atmosphere. His use of colour was particularly notable, as he employed a palette that enhanced the vibrancy of his compositions without overwhelming their subtlety. In addition to portraits, Shannon occasionally ventured into other genres, including landscapes and genre scenes, though these were less central to his career. His focus remained firmly on portraiture, which allowed him to refine his skills and solidify his reputation. Shannon became a founding member of the New English Art Club, AC, in 1886, an organisation established as an alternative to the Royal Academy. The NEAC attracted artists who sought to challenge the traditional conventions of the Academy, embracing more progressive approaches to art. Shannon's involvement with the NEAC demonstrated his willingness to engage with contemporary artistic debates while maintaining his commitment to excellence in portraiture. By the turn of the century, Shannon's work had garnered widespread acclaim, earning him numerous accolades and honours. In 1904, he was elected a Royal Academician, one of the highest distinctions in the British art world. This recognition cemented his position as a leading artist of his time and reflected the enduring appeal of his work. James Jebusa. Shannon's career flourished well into the early 20th century as he continued to evolve his style and expand his influence in the art world. His later years were marked by professional accolades, significant commissions, and the enduring respect of his peers. While portraiture remained his primary focus, his works from this period demonstrated a mature confidence and a refined mastery of technique that solidified his legacy as one of the preeminent portrait painters of his era. By the early 1900s, Shannon was at the peak of his career. His clientele included members of the British aristocracy, influential politicians, and prominent figures in society. His ability to portray not only the physical likeness of his sitters, but also their personality and status made him a preferred choice for official and private portraits alike. One of Shannon's most notable achievements during this period was his inclusion in exhibitions at the Royal Academy, where his works were consistently well received. His portraits were celebrated for their elegance, attention to detail, and the subtle emotional depth he brought to his subjects. As a Royal Academician, he played a prominent role in shaping the Academy's exhibitions and influencing the direction of British art. Shannon also received international recognition for his work. His portraits were exhibited in major art capitals, including Paris and New York, earning him accolades beyond the United Kingdom. This global acclaim underscored the universal appeal of his artistry, which combined technical precision with a timeless aesthetic. While Shannon's career was largely defined by his success in portraiture, he also faced challenges as the art world underwent significant transformations in the early 20th century. The rise of modernism and abstract art introduced new styles and movements that diverged sharply from the traditional approach Shannon embodied. Though he remained committed to his realist principles, he subtly adapted his techniques to maintain relevance in a rapidly changing artistic landscape. During this time, Shannon also began to explore less formal compositions, incorporating a looser brushstroke and a more spontaneous quality in some of his later works. These experiments demonstrated his willingness to evolve and reflect his understanding of the shifting dynamics of art and society. In addition to his professional achievements, Shannon's personal life provided a stable foundation for his career. He was married to Florence Mary Cartwright, and the couple had a daughter, Kitty Shannon, who followed in her father's footsteps as an artist. Their home served as a hub of creativity and intellectual exchange, attracting artists, writers, and patrons. However, Shannon's later years were marked by declining health. A serious injury in 1918, resulting from a fall from a horse, significantly impacted his physical well-being. Despite this setback, he remained dedicated to his work, continuing to paint and exhibit until his health no longer permitted it. His resilience and commitment to his craft during these difficult years were a testament to his passion for art. James Jebusa Shannon passed away on March 6, 1923, leaving behind a rich body of work that reflected the elegance and refinement of a bygone era. His portraits are celebrated for their ability to capture the dignity and individuality of his sitters, ensuring his place among the leading portraitists of his time. Shannon's legacy extends beyond his paintings. His influence on British art is evident in the work of his contemporaries and the generations of artists who followed. As a founding member of the New English Art Club and a Royal Academician, he contributed to the broader cultural landscape, bridging traditional realism with the evolving trends of his era. The life and career of James Jebusa Shannon encapsulate the journey of an artist whose dedication to his craft earned him widespread acclaim and a lasting legacy.